Welcome back to DK Models, everybody. My name's Derek, and today we've got another Workbench update for you. I figured I'd show you some of the projects I've been working on and making a little bit of progress on. We've got some model rating stuff. We've got the Arizona here. I've recently started on an Airfix 1/72 scale Bf109. Started working on a Great Wall Hobby TBD-1 Devastator kit from Midway 1942, and a few other odds and ends projects going on here. So I've just figured I'd give you a quick little update on some of this stuff, so let's dive in and take a look. So the first thing I'll show to you guys is what progress, or what little progress, I've made on the Trumpeter 1/200th scale USS Arizona. We got some parts here in the box. There is my collection of lifeboats that I've started to finish up here. These guys here are pretty much done, just a little bit of detail painting left. And this is with some of the add-on Edward photo etch. I didn't do nearly as much as some of the other guys out there, but I think they came out okay. I'm pretty happy with the way they came out. So there's 4 of these guys here. And there's a couple other odds and ends lifeboats in there that are slowly making some progress. I've got all these stands built for them. I'm just waiting on Tamiya AS8 navy blue paint to come back in stock. I'm not sure what the problem is there, but waiting on that to make any real progress on this thing, because none of these parts here are actually glued down on this, but making as much progress as I can. Here's some other lifeboats that are in progress at the moment. Got the photo etch railing and stuff on there, just working on finishing up paint some of that, painting the white on the inside of these lifeboats here. Here's another lifeboat right here, which is the sister one to one that's in here with the nice photo etch oars in there. I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't come out perfect, but it gets the idea across. We've got some deck work. I've made a little bit of progress on some deck work here. Here's some communication tower deck work. Still need to paint the railing on this one here. And then here's another deck right here with some of the Edward photo etch railing installed on that. Here's another deck piece that I still need to install some railing on, but the underside's got a little bit of photo etch detail here. Trying to make some progress on the funnel back there, but it's a little bit difficult to make any progress without the navy blue paint here, but we're doing what we can on it. I'm trying to get as much of the sub-assemblies done as I can, and we'll take it from there, I guess. Next up, we have this Great Wall Hobby TBD-1 Devastator kit, 1/48 scale, and this is from the Battle of Midway 1942. And this is my first time ever working with Great Wall Hobby. My dad was kind enough to get me this kit as a Christmas gift, so I decided to start slapping it together and working on it here, and it's got its pros and cons like any other kit. But slowly making a little bit of progress on that. Started putting together and painting some of the cockpit here. Haven't done any of the detailing work yet on it, but there's a few pieces there, a few pieces back there. There's a fire extinguisher for the inside of the kit there. I do have the wheels painted and ready to go there. The landing gear here still needs to get primed and painted. The propeller back here That is for the Devastator, so I need to paint some red on the tips yet there, put some decals on, paint the inside, paint the inner part of it silver. Here's some other scraps laying around for that. But it's going together. It's kind of slow. It's kind of slow going. I've been making some progress here and there on it. The engine came out really nice. Actually, I got the engine put together here, so here's what that looks like. There was some nice photo etch detail that came in the kit with it. Bit of a pain to put on all the ignition wires and stuff like that, but I gave it my best effort, and like I said, it came out okay for something that you really won't see a whole heck of a lot of. I think it's pretty nice. Now we'll come to this Airfix 1/72nd scale Messerschmitt Bf109 E4, which, as you can see, I paid under $10 for, and these are actually really fun kits to put together. The level of detail isn't the greatest. Some of the fits aren't the greatest, you know. But for under $10, I mean, what more could you ask for? I buy some of these kits just for the fun of building them and putting them together. I mean, that's what this hobby is all about, right? Just for something to keep us occupied and something that we're supposed to be doing for fun. So I don't really worry too much about the extra details on these guys. Just have fun trying to paint them up and have fun building a little Messerschmitt. This one here, I'm trying out the Vallejo Model Air color range. So I'm gonna try. I've got the RLM 02 gray for the landing gear and for the top part of the plane here. I've got that. I'm still working on trying that stuff out and seeing how that stuff goes through the airbrush. Never tried it before, so we'll see how that turns out here. But here she is, pretty much all put together. It's primered up. I've painted the wing ends white, the front of the plane white there. So far so good. I'll try to get this one masked so I can spray the next color, which should be the light blue for the underbelly on it. But again, I mean, for under $10, I mean, there's some really nice looking panel line detail. Everything's really crisp. I mean, I've built one of the Airfix 72nd scale P51s and was just really impressed with how it all fit together. I mean, the options for including folded ailerons or straight ailerons. I mean, there's, you know, some of the options aren't even included on some of the more expensive kits. So overall, just really happy with how this is coming along here. Here's some of the RLM 02 Vallejo Model Air painted onto the landing gear. So working on that stuff there. I've got the wheels painted, letting those dry. Here's the landing gear doors. And here's the rear wing, I guess you would call it, painted white. So this project's coming along nicely, but this is something I've started on here. Alright, now on to some model railroading projects I've finished up. Here's a couple of cars that I've recently finished up decaling and weathering. We got this Norfolk Southern High Cube boxcar. This is a 60-foot car, I believe. I don't know how good some of the fading and some of the shading is going to come out here on the camera. But I didn't do much weathering on this guy based on some prototype photos, but tried to just give it a little bit of a worn look. Did a little bit of weathering on the bottom of the trucks there. Again, I'm not sure how good that's going to come out on camera. Pretty happy with the way that came out. Here's one of those exact rail box cars. So now I've got both of these weathered up, graffitied, and I did do a little bit of hand-drawn graffiti with some colored pencils on there just to have some fun and try to do something different. I started working on, I got one of the last tunnel portals that I needed to paint for the railroad here. I got that painted up and weathered it up a little bit, try to make it look a little bit beat up. I may do a little bit more with it, but I couldn't really find any good prototype photos, kind of what I was looking for. I'd like to try to do some different techniques and stuff like that on some of the different portals and areas, just for the sake of doing something different. This is a concrete tunnel portal wing that I scratch built using balsa wood here, so couldn't find something that, I know Woodland Scenics makes a little plaster mold kit with their concrete tunnel portal wings, but I decided to scratch build one, see how it came out, and the balsa wood was really nice to work with. Just painted it a concrete color and weathered it up pretty similarly to the tunnel portal it was going to go next to, so pretty happy with the way that project turned out. And then I also started working on this little coal loader here, which will be a truck coal loader for the Moss Mine complex. You've probably seen it unpainted in a couple of the previous videos, so I finally started to take this and want to get this done. Added the railing at the top here, little walkways finally, and just started hand painting this, so this is still very much a work in progress, but making a little bit of progress on this, so hopefully that'll be done soon. And as you can see, I still got a lot of other projects to attend to here and get working on, so no shortage of boredom here. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed taking this little look into seeing what projects I've been keeping busy with here in early 2021. Hopefully you guys have been making a lot of great progress on your guys' modeling projects. Keep at it, have fun. There will be plenty more videos coming out from me here in the future, so if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hit that bell notification for every time I post a new video. But until then, guys, take care, God bless, and happy modeling.